film industry, full exemption of service tax was granted on copyright on cinematography. The industry has now requested to limit the benefit of exemption to films exhibited in cinema halls. I propose to accept that request. At present, service tax does not apply to air-conditioned restaurants that do not serve liquor. The distinction is artificial, and I propose to levy service tax on all air-conditioned restaurants. Homes and flats with
a budget aimed at the 16th general elections. All the politically correct steps, women, children, scheduled castes, scheduled tribes. Chidambaram, the socialist, triumphs over Chidambaram, the economic liberalizer. It's a good old-fashioned Congress attempt at projecting a left-wing stance. The devil may lie in the detail. We'll have to look at the fine print. But what is clear is that Sonia Gandhi has prevailed over Manmohan Singh in the presentation of the last budget of the UPA, second UPA government.
Devendra Sharma, your initial sense, because initially it was almost sounding as if Santa Claus had come early. He increased allocations to every single social sector fund, infrastructure projects, without adequately explaining where the money to be able to finance those projects is going to come from.
Well, I think before we look into that, as far as this budget is concerned, in my understanding, it's a good budget. It's a good budget because when he started his speech, he said very clearly, quoting Joseph Stiglitz, he said that, the most important resource for a country is the people. And I think a focus has to be on people. So he has gone across the board, looking into women, as you said, to youth and, to minorities, to also look at the nutritional aspect where he's talked about human nutrition and so on. And I think especially in the area of agriculture, he has increased the outlay for farm credit from 5.75 lakh crore to 7 lakh crore. I have problems with that, but still I think it's a quantum jump.
I want to get a quick corporate reaction as well. Nainalal Kidwai of FICCI's and HSBC India is speaking. Let's get a first reaction from corporate India.
No shocks per se, but there's no that relief also coming in the budget for this sector.
I'd just like to make some global comments if I can have also the views. I think by and large we had FICCI's stand had been that we were looking for a responsible budget, both responsible on the revenue garnering side as well as responsibility on the spending side. So I think to that test, I think the budget sorry, I can't see beyond you. Sorry. So I think on that test, the budget seems to have scored. Of course, we have not seen the fine print as yet, both on the spending as well as the revenue. But I think the announcements that the fiscal numbers have been, the fiscal deficit has been contained at 5.2 and is aiming for a 4.8 next year, reflects very well on the statements made by the FM earlier. So I think that needs to be welcomed. Certainly, I think some kind of taxation on a direct basis was expected, so I think there are no surprises there. But by and large, I think